Hello there and welcome to another one. I trust I find you in good spirits. My name is Tatenda, back with another one. The white man next to me, always making sure that I am at my best behavior. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Guys, we're moving on, we're growing, and the year is ending as well. But more than anything, I'm pretty sure that there is stuff that you can be proud of that you've achieved in this year. If you haven't achieved anything, the fact that you're still alive is something to be proud of, because so many people could not see this particular Sunday. So if you are here, consider that a blessing. And as you are coming with us, let's go on this journey as we make sure that you're the best possible version of yourself, mentally, physically, as if I give you any fitness stuff, and everything else in between with your mental health and men's mental health, most especially. That's why he's here. Other than that, he's not here to do push-ups or anything like that. He's here to give us his expertise. He's good expertise. He's a man on a mission. Anyway, best mini removals. You're coming to the end of the year, and if you're moving offices or you're starting afresh for January, put them to the test. They're the experts for making sure that your stuff is moved from one point to the other without breaking anything. If you break it, you pay for it. So if they break it, they'll pay for it. Definitely so. Just go on to www.bestminiremovals.co.za. Norman Abraham is going to take your call if you call. Other than that, just put them to the test. You don't have to stress around. Just sit back, go to the beach, go chill and have a cocktail, or better yet, go have a Red Bull and just chill and let them do the work for you. Anyway, Rudy is here, and I don't know why he's here again. He's going to tell us why he's here, but most important, I'm so thankful. I think, let me take this opportunity to make him cry a bit. Let me see if I can break him up. I am so grateful to have this man next to me. That's one. Two, I'm so grateful that he still keeps me on my feet. And the stuff that we speak about over the last couple of weeks, I've been praying on myself a lot. Why did it take you so long to bring someone like this to my space? Why did it take you so long to bring someone like this into my life? I know he's been in my life on the cricket scene, but I never, not in a single sense, did I think that I would be looking forward to every day that we record. And guess what? He told me that he couldn't record on a Tuesday because we always record on Tuesday, because for some odd reason he said he was tired. And I promise you, I was also tired, and I still come back to you, but he gave me excuses. But I'm so grateful for Rudy. I'm so grateful for his wife. I'm so grateful for his family, for allowing me and allowing us to share with them the great knowledge, the great wisdom that is in this man. Did I make it?
No, but you put me under pressure. So to follow up with that, thank you, Tats, for everything. And just on that, an exciting announcement. So bells and lights. A great announcement. We have another sponsor.
Of course.
So we've got another sponsor. They will be coming on really soon, so that's exciting. So Revolution Apparel started out as a family business, is coming, and they're gonna kit us out with some new trip.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so some cool shirts and caps are coming soon, so we'll be representing them. So Cynthia and your team, thank you so much for that. We look forward to it. The links to their Facebook page, their TikTok account, and their Instagram handle will be somewhere on the screen.
They'll pop somewhere.
They'll pop up. Please follow them, support them. So if anything you need, custom apparel, they were at Comic-Con, made some amazing clothes there. We're really successful at Comic-Con. They do your sporting clothes, they can do schools sporting clothes, so support them as they have supported us.
Awesome. And Apparel, that means everything.
Absolutely.
Just bring them your idea and they're going to put it to life.
Yes, they have custom designers that will sit and work with you with your designs. It's a family business, so when you go walk in there or when you chat to one of them, they are extremely helpful. So yeah, give them a like, give them a bit of support, bring them business, and yeah.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
May this relationship prosper.
Long may it last. That's what you wanted to say. Imagine a black person correcting a white person. Long may it last, but
go long and prosper. Waits for the question.
Anyway, if you want to subscribe, please go ahead. If you want to sponsor the channel, the banner down below, we use this to advertise your company. And as you gain a footprint in this world or in the social media, we also get a kickback. And the trick is to make sure that these videos reach the next person. So it's not about anything else but making sure that we create a society that is going to be strong mentally. And I believe that if we raise mentally strong kids, we're going to raise mentally strong individuals. And in turn, the society is going to be strong. And that's the bigger picture, basically.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Rudy, tonight is different, mate. And to be honest, right, I just asked for these photos, right? Oh, sorry, I asked for these questions.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a little bit of echo, so can you close the door? Because it's coming back, it's reverbing. Sorry for that, I'm not cutting it out so that you see how authentic this is. So, when I asked for these questions, I came up with this idea in this week, and it was at night and I was still sleeping, and I'm thinking, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to tell Rudy that this is what I had in mind, but I forgot.
Yes, and you told me at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Then you had to ask, what is the topic for the day?
Correct.
And I'm thinking, oh yeah, we can jump on those questions. And the reason why we've got these questions is because I want us to, yes, we know each other, but I don't think our listener and our viewer really get to know or experience us. I think a lot of people have experienced us on the cricket field, on the school field, but never that intimacy because one, there's no time, or two, maybe we're just not in the same circles in that kind of sense. So this is just to make sure that whatever that we are asking, it's in a fun way, but you also get to understand who we are as individuals, not as family people, not as husbands, husbands.
You not can as be a wife?
Yeah, I can be. Yeah, not as husbands and wives.
It's 2023.
I can be anything. Exactly.
You can.
I've got a right to say I identify as a woman, but then there's nothing you can say about.
There's nothing I can say.
So what I'm trying to say is you get to know us. Anyway, cool. We're going to jump into questions. Apparently, the questions are 15. And in the 15, it's going to be fun. So, rock, paper, scissors. Who's taking the first one? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Now I've lost on.
You know when you're a captain and you win the toss all season, I just have been winning tosses, but here
I never. I was the worst.
Anyway, first question. What has been going on in your life recently that you expected and didn't expect? So first up is what you expected.
Okay. Expected was a bit of a tough time with my daughter adjusting at school. She's been at school since she was 4 months old. She's now 3. And it was really smooth sailing. And she's been struggling a little bit. And I think it was expected. I know, and I've heard from different parents that at some point something doesn't go right and they struggle and they get emotional. So that was something I expected. And one thing I didn't expect to happen in my life was this setup, to be honest. I did not expect this. If you asked me in the start of the year that we'd be sitting on, I think this is the 6th one we've done, 5th or 6th, I would have told you that you're talking absolute nonsense. So what I didn't expect was that. I'm very grateful for that, but I did not expect that.
Wow.
Back to you.
Back to me.
What did you not expect?
When you were talking, I was trying to think, what did I expect?
That's why I answered fast.
And you finished fast, and I'm thinking, I haven't had a time or the chance to think. What happened this year that I expected? I expected to still be on YouTube.
Okay.
And doing the podcasting and stuff and being live online. But I never expected 1,000 subscribers. I think it's the first time. It's the first time that number is already shown on my profile, and I didn't expect it. Yes, you're doing something because you've got a bigger goal, but to say that I really expected to see 1K on my list, I never did. So what's happening that I expected is the fact that I was going to be consistent and carry on, even though I'm not seeing the numbers growing, but I didn't expect the numbers to grow.
And then there's another question here. Do you feel that the consistency of the podcast is as consistent as your cricket?
Nah, never, bro. Because, you know why? Because I'm never available for the weekend. I'm never given the visa.
So I know who I need to speak to.
Yeah, speak to the ambassador.
The producer.
Yeah.
I'll speak to her.
Yeah. Give me more time, please.
Okay. I'm excited for this one.
That's you, yeah.
Yes. It's the one you didn't want. What is your biggest fear and why?
Cheapers. You won't believe this. I'm so scared of being poor. Not that I'm rich, but I am so scared of. Jeez, I'm so scared. I'm so scared of losing a job and losing an income and not being able to provide for my family. Not that I am doing everything in my power to make sure that they've got everything that they need. But just that fear of waking up and all my clients say, sorry, Tats, we can't come anymore. What am I going to do? I'm so scared of being poor. But like I promise you, you know when you're looking at your bank account and you're pre-broke. You're not broke yet, but you can see that, in the next 2 weeks.
You're in the area.
Yeah, I'm in the area, yes, that.
You're just visiting.
Yeah. You?
Mine is something that I think is becoming a bit more realistic now. Is that I'm scared of when cricket stops.
Then what?
I think what's next, because we both have grown up playing outdoor cricket, and then it was LMS cricket, then it's the indoor cricket, and it's been such a successful year for me personally within the action cricket, and I've started to touch on playing outdoor cricket again. But I think my biggest fear is not having the ability to carry on doing that. It's not so much the mental desire to do it. I think it's the physical desire. I've been struggling nursing a shoulder, nursing my right knee that I've already had the op on. So I think that's my biggest fear, is what comes after that, to be honest.
Coaching.
But I'm already doing that.
Yeah, so you carry on with that. You carry on with that. Yeah. Who has made the most influence in your life?
There's a few. It's unfair for me to say it's one person.
You can. I guess you can apologize to the rest, but mention that one.
I actually can't name one person. I can give a few big influences. One would be my father. As much as I give him grief and I pretty much bully him, with love, I'd say huge influence on the man I want to be. And I look at his relationship with my mother and the man that he is to her, and the life that he's given her, and the life that he's provided to us. So I'd say that's a huge influence, and I suppose a role model. Another influence, something recent and in my life, is the new principal that I'm working with. He has guided me and treated me in a way that is also role model material, but he's a huge influence on my life. And then in your personal life, I think it's always going to be your other person. Kaylee has changed me massively from the person that I was 10 years ago before we got together to where I am now is huge. She has grounded me. She's shown me what the bigger picture in life is, and she's also shown me what I want out of life, what's important. And some things had to go, some people had to go, but I think at the end of the day, it's all for the greater good.
Wow, dude, can we close off? Because I'm crying.
There's
now.
a lot of questions
Jeez.
to go.
Mine. It's funny that you will be like, how? But Alake, my son.
Yes.
My son has been the most influential. Why? Because no matter how much I screw up, he always sees me as that hero. No matter how much I may feel like I'm not myself, he's always looking at me with that. He sees me as this invincible guy that can achieve anything. So much so that a lot of times I'm like, no, but I think you're putting me on such a high pedestal. It's too much, you understand? Yeah. And even when I want to give up, just how he approaches me just makes me think, wow, I am humbled to be his father. And obviously the producer has been consistent, but have you ever broken someone to a point that if you yourself were broken in that regard, you would never come back, and still be consistent and making sure that they show life even when they don't have life themselves? And that's the producer. When you are broken but you're building someone else, I think that takes guts, that takes balls. So yeah. He doesn't have balls, but yeah.
Next question.
Is it not me? Is it not you?
I already answered that
Oh,
one.
sorry. Okay.
What is asking?
No, I asked influence.
Did you?
Yes, I asked about influence. No, jeez, it's you, but get in the game, man, Rudy.
You were just so captivating that I lost where I was.
Jeez.
Okay. I think you sort of answered this, but give me the highlights of your year. This year, the highlights, and I think I'd like to add to this the lowlights. What was the something that you can say that, wow, you achieved? Because I know you said you're going to speak about the podcast, so you're not allowed to use that.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
not about being live, not about anything. I want to know another highlight of your year and another lowlight.
The highlight of my year is having more than one pair of techies, but that, yes!
Okay, and a lowlight.
No, highlight is, can I talk about the fact that I'm alive?
Yeah.
Because I've tried to take my life twice, 3 times. So to still be here, I think that to me, that's why a lot of times I'm saying, when I then look back at the stuff that I wanted to do, and I look at what Allah sees me as, I'm thinking, was I selfish or was I stupid? You understand? So my highlight is the fact that I'm alive and I'm still doing what I love. And my low light is probably I didn't get to achieve what I had set myself to achieve at the start of the year.
Okay.
And yeah.
And that's fine. I think it's just to add on to that, it's important to understand that if you don't reach your goals, which is something we're going to have another podcast to, so keep looking for that, is goals and goal setting and dealing with those setbacks. But on my side, a highlight for me this year would probably be the Dubai tour, for the Action Cricket Dubai tour. And the low light for me this year is, again, similar to you. I'd set myself a certain goal to financially set myself a goal, and I didn't achieve my financial goal that I wanted to for this year. But I'm not too upset. It's not that I didn't achieve it at all. I think I was pretty close to it. So I'm not far away, but it's definitely something it's sitting in the back of my mind and it's bothering me. So, yeah.
Another highlight is the fact that we actually registered a company that has to do with the podcast and media. So that's something that has always been at the back of my mind, that I want to do things right, and to be able to have achieved that, I think that's a highlight.
Awesome.
Cheers, this is getting too emotional. What's on your bucket list?
Well, this one's nice. That's a nice question.
It is, yeah.
I
I think all the questions have just made me reflect on where I've been, where we're going. And
Reflection's good.
Yeah, it's
Reflection's
good.
good.
Yeah.
Bucket list. Funny enough, my wife has actually been speaking about it this whole week and telling little Dakota what she wants to do with her, and it's to be able to take Dakota to Thailand for a holiday. So that was where Kaylee and I went for our honeymoon.
I see.
And I think it was the best time we've had together, because for both of us it was our first international trip.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's a huge one on my bucket list, is to be able to take the two of them to Thailand.
Wow. I think my bucket list will be to fulfill my wife's bucket list. She wants to go to Seychelles. Either Seychelles or Maldives. So Seychelles is the closest one. It's going to be easier on the pocket. So some bit of economics there. So Seychelles.
Both are. My parents have been to both, and both are amazing.
Yeah. So Seychelles is still good enough. Yeah.
Okay, this is a strange one. If you could be granted 3 wishes, and 3 wishes only, what would they be?
3 wishes.
3 wishes.
To be a positive influence on everyone in this life, that's 1. To be able to afford anything for myself and for the people around me. And to be consistent.
You're making me sound so greedy, because mine is... Jeez. Look at the big person over there. Wow. Jeez.
Holy and mighty.
Please put like a halo. Okay, mine's different. I wish, number one, that I had so much money that I could... There's a guy I follow on TikTok and he walks around and he just gives guys cash.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
And I'd love to be able to help people as well. But also, I mean, to be able to say, Katie, you don't have to work again.
Yeah.
Dakota, you never have to work a day in your life.
Yeah.
You do things for you do things for that. So I'd love to have so much money that I don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Number two, I wish that the people that are close to me could dictate when they passed away. So to guarantee a certain amount of life.
Wow.
So if we said, okay, once you hit 80,
Done.
So, you know, but it guarantees us. So we could, whatever date you say,
But
that's guaranteed.
80.
So there's no risk of injury or sickness. I wouldn't say immortality because I don't think anyone wants to live forever.
No. Yeah.
But I think for a long and healthy life. And wish number three, I wish that this podcast could be so successful that this could be our everyday lives.
Oh, bro. So shall it be.
It will be.
From our words. Yeah. Power of words.
Yep.
So shall it be. That's why I said, you know what, to be a positive influence, so much so that if we were to be live right now, you've got 1 million people that are watching and getting relevance. Not just they're watching for the sake of, we go online because we love them, but because we get impact. We're impacted by their existence. That's that. What motivates you to get up in the morning?
Sure. A few things, but the first thing that comes to mind is Dakota. I think that's, and you know, being a father, I think that's the first thing. And when you're married and you just married, the first thing you think about and the first thing you worry about is the person next to you. And as soon as you have that child, I think your priorities change, and yes, they'll be part of the idea, but your first thing and the first thing that motivates you, gets you up in the morning and says, we got to do this because of this.
Yeah.
For me, it's Dakota.
Yeah.
100%.
I think as a parent, I think that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Your children become your first port of call. That's why I always say there is nothing that can make me not be there for Alake. I understand that there is a lot of ups and fathers and guys that are not taking responsibility. And it's not because you're not taking responsibility because you don't have money.
No.
Kid needs more than money. Kid needs love. So I never understand a father that says, I've got a kid there, I've got a kid there, I've got a kid there, and they never even bother to say, how are you? You understand? So that's my biggest motivator. And also the fear of being poor. It motivates me to wake up. I have to wake up. Scared of poverty. I'm terrified. I think scared is an understatement. I'm terrified.
I'm interested to ask this question because I'm interested to hear your response, because you were talking about it and you don't want to mention it again. Your most embarrassing moment, what is it?
Nah, man, I can't keep on talking about the fact
Find
that I got bowled out by a girl. So I need to find another most. What's my most embarrassing? So by embarrassing, it has to be something that happened in public.
Well, if it made you embarrassed, it made you embarrassed.
I got embarrassed in front of the producer. Does that count?
Yeah. What did you do?
So I had taken, you know, that stuff that you take to clean your tummy, and you go poop. Yeah, so I pooped my pants, bro. I'm thinking I'm checking a fart and yeah, crap get out. Crap got out. You asked for it. Come on. Exactly. So we're not advertising freshen, but that thing is hell. It works though. It works. Yours. You're still thinking, eh?
I can't remember something.
I should have stuck to the cricket ball. Eh?
You should have left it there. Most embarrassing. I don't know. I can't really think of times that I was like extremely embarrassed, but I went on camp. If you remember, we couldn't record the 1 week, so we went on camp, and I actually don't want to talk about this. So we went on camp. So there was 2 other teachers that were with me. And we went to go check on the kids. They were busy doing an activity. We went back. I said I needed to go to the bathroom. So I went back to our the place that we were staying in, the rooms. I went to the bathroom. And in the bathrooms, obviously there's lots of them, but there's a shower and then the toilets and then the basin. Someone had obviously just showered and they didn't dry the floor.
Okay. So
as I went to sit down on the toilet, I slipped.
Oh.
And I hit my back on the toilet. Okay? But that's not the embarrassing part. The embarrassing part was the sound that came out when I hit the toilet. It was more like, and there was someone in the bathroom next door. So what they must have thought had happened.
You're dying there.
And then I'd walked out of this bathroom now, not being able to walk, holding my back. That I went to my room, laid on the bed, put the aircon on, and sat there crying about my life. And then I went back to the 2 teachers going, no, I just went to the bathroom and whatever. And they're like, well, what's wrong? Why are you holding your back? And when I told them, they bullied me. They bullied me for falling onto the toilet.
So
It wasn't great.
That wasn't like. But the thing is, yes, we may laugh about it, but that can cause a serious injury. Because you hit your spine, then that's it. Or you hit your head on the toilet seat. So, in as much as it's embarrassing, but it's also a serious injury that could.
I felt really stupid. I felt really stupid.
Why is mental health so important to you? Good question.
Sure. From jokes to deep.
Yeah. Mixture.
I think mental health is so important to me personally because of a few years ago, I did speak to you about it. I had a bad incident with my sister. She was struggling with depression and is still. I mean, I don't think you ever fully recover from depression. She's dealing with it better, and yeah, something not so great happened, and it made me realize that not everyone is as lucky and as fortunate as where I see myself as someone pretty mentally strong. And yes, I have my down days, I'm able to, I think, deal with my emotions quite well, and I've got a good support structure around me, and it's the support structure's only grown, so I'm very fortunate. But I think that moment made me realize that it's, depression and mental health is not just it's those people or it's you, or it's in the family, and it's within people close to me. So I think that sort of put a little light bulb on my head and said it's real. And the other time was when I was so unhappy, and I started to write the motivational book, which I'm still busy with. And the only reason I did it, I think it was a coping mechanism. So that made me aware that even looking at myself for my entire life up until now, feeling that I was, mentally strong, that even I needed a bit of some sort of outlet to understand and deal with my emotions and my mindset and the way I think. And
For me as well, I think, being that kind of person that is always laughing and always jovial, happy, it's difficult for you to deal with stuff because 1, you want to be there for the next person, and 2, you find strength in helping the next person. And that's the kind of person that I've been for the longest of time, only to realize that it's nonsense. Well, you can't be there for the next person if you yourself are broken. That's when it really hit me that you need to find an outlet. You need to speak. And I've always been that kind of person that I can tell you that I'm okay, but I'm thinking, even if I tell you that I'm not, are you going to give me a solution? 1. 2, even if I tell you that I'm not okay, that's going to make you sad. And I don't want you, because obviously if you love me, you're going to be sad that I'm not okay, you understand? Yeah. But all those are tricks just to make sure that you don't speak. And to then get to a point whereby all those things, all the things that you're hiding away, then explode, and they explode on the wrong people, and they screw up your life.
Yeah.
So that's how important it is.
Don't you think it was also a bit of a coping mechanism?
Yeah, definitely.
For you, I mean, yes, I mean, and I've, with the people that we surround ourselves with, you find those extremely happy people. Yeah. And they say under the, behind the biggest smile, that's where some of the biggest tears fall. So, I mean, you look at the actor Jim Carrey. Yeah. I mean, that's what we grew up. That was the funniest.
He's the funniest guy ever.
And
yes. Yeah.
Huge person that has publicly said he's been dealing with depression for years.
Forever, yes.
And that's the person you watch
Yeah,
and
like,
love and laugh with,
on.
and so I think it's very real.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very, very
Robin
real.
Williams committed suicide, and he said, if you never felt lonely in front of people, then you never understand. So imagine being around so many people and feeling lonely. That's how deep depression is. That's how deep mental health needs to be. And a lot of times we look at it as taboo. I think gone are the days when we used to like, no, I can't say that I'm mentally unhealthy. That means I'm not strong enough, or I'm weak.
Yeah.
And for men especially to say, you know what, I'm not coping. It doesn't necessarily mean that just because I say I'm not coping, then you're gonna give me the ins and outs, or if it's finances, you're gonna give me money to try and patch out whatever that's killing me. But the mere fact that I can come to Rudy and say, but it's not happening, bro. I'm trying to patch things, but it's not happening.
Yeah.
And for Rudy to then say, bro, you're not alone. Just that. You don't need to
helps.
give. I don't think we don't understand the fact that when I come to you with my problem, I'm not saying give me a solution. I'm just saying that's my outlet. Sometimes I can come to you and say, Rudy, I just need to vent. Don't give me a solution. Don't give me, no, I understand or whatever. If it means you're going to be quiet and let's sip on a drink, that's fine. And I'm just letting out. This is what I'm feeling. This is nonsense. This is what's frustrating me.
And I think
don't
sometimes,
give me a solution.
I think sometimes we also want people to sympathize for us. And it's not always good to, sympathy is one thing, but I think it's also, you don't want them to say, I know what you're going through.
You don't.
Because you don't. And you don't want to, I think that's like one of the last things. Sometimes it's good to hear it because you feel like you're not alone.
Oh, you're not alone, yeah.
But I think a lot of the time you feel that they're making the situation about them.
Yeah.
So I think you need to pick your person when you're dealing with things like that. So
True. That's why I appreciated the mate that would just come and sit next to me and say, I don't know what it means or how it feels for you to lose a child. And there were a couple of couples that were coming and saying, we also lost our child. This is what we went through. I don't care about all that.
No.
I actually appreciate the one that's going to say, but if you need your charger, I'm here. If you need a remote to change the TV, there it is.
Yeah.
If you want water or a coffee or whatever, there it is. But I'm not going to come and say, I know what you're going through, because you don't.
On that note, I don't know what it's like to be bowled up by a girl.
Gosh.
I'm sorry that you went through that.
Thank you, my brother.
But
Thank you, my brother.
I can't need to understand, but let's go to a more bubbly question, and I hope yours is nice, because otherwise it's going to be like a cliffhanger. What is your favorite quote?
Live long and prosper. Don't just live long. Live long and prosper. Prosper in your family, prosper in your marriage, prosper in your business, prosper in your podcast, prosper in your friendship, prosper in your relationships. Don't just live long. Yours.
He's a show. I don't have a quote that I live by, and I don't have a quote that I think, but what I do enjoy is it's a little segment that in one of the Rocky movies, the son is talking to Rocky.
Yeah.
And he's talking to him and he's saying, life's not all sunshine and rainbows, And Rocky says to him, life's a mean and a nasty place, and it'll hit you to your knees and keep you there if you let it. And it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. So I think that's sort of that little segment. I mean, whenever I need a little pick me up, that's the video I watch. So I think it's a segment in that movie.
Wow.
And that's a huge pick me up.
Wow.
Yeah, really, really big.
Wow. Amazing.
That's yours.
Amazing. So you see, now the crown is on you, because all of a sudden, take it, right? Take it. If you had the attention of the whole world for 5 minutes, what would you say? You've got it now. We've got 5 million people that are watching this right now. What are you saying?
Do you think there's only 5 million people in the world?
How many?
Are we in the billions?
How many people? No, I'm just saying 5 million are watching this video right now. Okay, so how many? 1 billion people.
Like 8.
8 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 billion people are watching you right now. 5 minutes. Take it away, but
all I want to say is, if each person gave me the equivalent of $1,
you'll be a billion.
I'd have 8 billion.
Easy.
There we go. The easiest. I mean,
Easy.
to give $1. So even if like $1 is what, 22 rand.
Yeah.
You're not going to die without 20
Exactly. It's not like you're gonna be rich
So
off
if
the 20
everyone
rand.
could give me $1, I would be extremely wealthy, and I promise to share it.
Shade. Simple though.
Yeah, that's what I
Very
do.
simple, man.
Donate
20 rand each.
Donate $1 per person.
Simple.
And if you can't, donate for someone else. Just so that we meet the
Exactly.
8 billion.
Yes, just so
I don't wanna,
yes, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to lose out.
Or rather, one person can go 5. You can hold your 5 or your 4 around. Then you give us $5. Come on.
Yeah.
How difficult can that be? It's not like you're gonna be rich of $1. So you take it out of your account. It's not like it's gonna hurt or anything. No.
And then the rich people like your Elon Musks and all those
Obviously,
guys,
yeah, it's
they
a
can give a
different
few million
It's fine,
to supplement for the people that don't have it.
Yes.
There we go.
You see,
I've thought about everything.
we are so considerate. Well done. There you have it. My 5 minutes would be, and I want to be so diplomatic about this. No matter what you're going through, there is always someone that is going through worse.
Sure.
No matter what you're going through, just think for a second right now. If you're going through divorce, there's someone else that's being stripped naked and they're left with 0, 0, 0. If you are having a flu or a headache, there's someone that doesn't even have legs. So whatever that you're going through, there's always someone that is going through worse. And that someone is probably more grateful than you. Or whatever that you're going through, the next person is wishing and praying that they may have your life. So the mere fact that what you are saying, what you're disregarding is someone else's prayer. They are praying that, Lord, if I could be just like Rudy. If I could just be, or maybe 5% of my life could be like Rudy's life. Thank you, Lord, I would have achieved. So be grateful for what you're going through. Because through that, that's what's going to build you to be the person that you want to be. That was.
You can have like $1 billion.
Thank you, sir.
Of the
Of the money. Can I get a percentage of that money?
I said I'll give you $1 billion. I'll have 7. You'll have 1.
No, but come on. Come on. No. We
We're
need to get
moving on?
lawyers here.
We're moving
No,
on?
that's not fair.
Producer, would you be happy with $1 billion?
No,
See,
it's
he's
coming.
ungrateful.
No.
We just did gratitude last week. We just did gratitude last week.
No, I'm not happy. Can I get a lawyer, please?
We need a lawyer to sponsor. Oh, this is a cool one. What is your favorite childhood memory?
I had a dog's name. His name was Teddy.
Okay.
Beautiful dog. He was brown with black spots. And you know when they say a dog shows you true love, literally walking in, Teddy would wiggle his toe, and he had such a small head. I don't even know what breed he was. But I remember when I come out from the streets and I'm crying, Teddy will be there and will just come around me and try and make me, you understand? So that to me still stands out. Teddy was my best friend.
That's cool.
Yeah, I had Teddy and Amla. Amla was the cat, black and white, and Teddy was the dog. So my childhood memories are around that.
My childhood memory it's a happy one and it's a sad one at the same time. So when I would say, let me start. Let me give you some background to it. So my grandfather, my mom's father, was probably my biggest fan. Cricket lover,
I wish I had such a memory with grandparents. But
I'm very, very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to have had known all 4 of my grandparents. But my mom's father, Grandpa Tom, he was my biggest supporter, and I was super, super close with him. And when my gran passed away, him and I stayed extremely close. I remember we lived in the one big house. I even moved into the room with my grandfather.
Wow. So
we shared a room, and it was awesome. Being close with Grandpa was awesome. And the car that he had was VW Beetle, the old ones.
Wow.
And I'd say the best childhood memory was something that happened every single day was when in primary school and preschool he used to fetch me. And we used to go to the local little spazza shop and get a glass bottle Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Where he would crack the lid on the side of the drain, and we would sit outside his Beetle and just drink a Coke.
Wow.
Because my mom didn't let us have more than one glass. So we had a bottle of Coke in the afternoon before home, and we'd still have our glass.
And you keep that secret, and you still have the glass at home.
And yeah, so that's, I think it's very sad. I mean, you reminisce and missing him, but yeah, he was an absolute superstar. So yeah, that my biggest childhood memory is anything that sort of had to do with him, and the moment that sticks out the most is those afternoons when he used to fetch me. And I used to sit in the back of his beat. So he took the back chairs out and he made this like stair with carpet in it. I used to sit there with my bags and it was awesome.
Wow.
And that's why I want to get a Beetle. That's my dream car. I will have one. So yeah.
Wow, amazing. These are some of the things when we make it, and we are going to make it. I'm gonna get you that Beetle, and I need the 1972 Ford Mustang Black.
Mine must also be a 1972. I want a 1972 Beetle.
Perfect. I want the Ford Mustang.
You can have
the black one. Done.
You'll be a lot faster than me, but I'll be a lot cooler
but still, you'll be a lot cooler. Yeah. But yeah. With that sound, cheese, the
popcorn machine.
So yeah, amazing. What superpowers would you like to have? What superpowers would Rudy like to have?
There's a few really cool ones, but I'm trying to think one that could benefit me. I think the ability to either see the future, so know what to do or what not to do. I mean, if you can see a fight coming with your missus, so you could avoid it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or you don't come home then. Come home an hour later.
Or being able to like teleport from one place to another. I mean, the biggest cost of going overseas is the flight.
Bro,
and I'm there.
I'm in England.
Exactly. Okay, our producer is dodgy.
Very dodgy.
I said
for someone that worked in the bank,
she'd go into your bank.
For someone that worked in a bank, I'm worried. I'm worried right now.
Okay, your superpower.
My superpower would be to read minds. Purely because if I can read your mind and what you're thinking, then I don't have to waste my time. And I'm so scared of rejection. So if I can come to you, and before I approach you with whatever that I'm going to sell to you, if I know that you are not open to what I'm going to say, then I don't have to waste my time. I'm scared of wasting time. I'm scared of wasting my time and people's time. So
I think you're wasting your current superpower then, because you're good at talking to people.
Yeah, but I need to. Am I good at talking to people?
You're really good at talking to people.
I'm good at speaking on the microphone.
No, but you're good at speaking to people. So I think being able to read their mind is one thing, but I think to avoid your time, I think maybe you should use it more to challenge yourself. To say this person's not going to be interested, but I'm going to win them over with my other power, which is your ability to talk to people.
Makes sense.
Remember
Makes sense.
When you can read their thoughts, in those thoughts they are saying, if you can come with this, you can with this strategy. In the same thoughts, remember?
Makes
so
sense.
now you are able to,
makes
to
sense.
speak what they
okay.
You can challenge yourself.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll take the superpower of reading minds and counter it with the superpower or my natural power of being able to speak. I didn't know that I'm good at speaking to people. I'm so humble.
Mr. Humble over here. What do people misunderstand about you the most?
Ladies think that if I'm friendly with them, that I like them, I want them. They mistake my friendliness for flirting. If that makes sense.
It does make sense, 100%.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm super friendly with everyone. I can literally meet someone for the first time and say, "Oh, I like your dress," but it doesn't mean that I want to take it off.
No, it's just
or it
you
doesn't.
like the
Yes,
dress.
yeah.
You look pretty.
Yes, you look pretty. Exactly. Oh, that's a nice shirt or nice cap, whatever. So nice cap, by the way, but I like it. You understand? It's different. You understand? So yeah, people mistake my friendliness for flirtatious, whatever that. Yeah.
My biggest misunderstanding that people have, I think, so I've been told by a lot of people that sometimes I'm a bit harsh, I'm a bit forward, and I get called words that are relevant to a man's genitals. Because I'm so hard with them and I have this big persona that I push across. And I think what people misunderstand that with is I do that to sort of protect myself. Because I think once people get to know me and once people have the opportunity to spend time with me, I'm so scared of losing people in my life that I sort of use that macho persona a lot of the time to sort of say, oh, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't bother me.
So you present as strong, like this
The
muscular,
outer shell.
yes.
So like there's rhino hard on the outside, but I'm a marshmallow.
Okay, marshmallow.
Soft serve.
Are you a softie,
I
man?
am.
Hello, softie. The softie with the tattoos, but come on, man. You know, the guys that have tattoos are like, yes, it's scary. Yeah? Bouncers, eh?
No,
like you mess with me, I'll punch you, but
I've just got tattoos to, because some people get big muscles.
yeah.
I get tattoos to take the eyes away from the belly.
From the
to
belly, and they're like, at
to the
least,
arms.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
Very clever.
Okay.
Very clever. Last one.
Yep.
At what age would you like to retire? I think this comes back to, are we retiring from podcasting, or retiring from throwing balls, or retiring from your day job? From your day job. From your day job.
I think both of us see the podcast. You don't see it as work.
No, it's not.
Okay, so you don't see that as work. So
It's
I
a
think,
hobby that will pay us.
correct, and I think this is, again, sounds sappy and whatnot, but I think if you're doing what you love, you're not working, right?
Yes.
So I'd like to retire as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I'd like to avoid having to make money.
Yeah.
Then what I would feel I'd be earning money from doing something that I love as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my honest answer.
Yep.
So it's if it is next week, if it's next year,
Today, I don't
whatever.
mind. Yeah.
I want to be at that point. So as soon as I can, step away from having to make money
Yeah.
to earning money doing what I love.
Yeah, yeah. I always say there was this coach that used to coach around us, and I'm not going to mention his name because he's such a big name. He used to be such a big name, and he's probably 70 now and still throwing balls, and he can hardly see. You understand? Like when you say, "Hello, mate, how are you?" Oh, Tats, hi. You understand? Or, is that your ball?
He can't hear you.
Yes, it's my ball. So I always say, you know what, not trying to laugh at him or whatever, but I don't want to be that stupid in my life that I still throw balls and I'm 70 years old and I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
The reason why he is working is because he does not have a choice.
Yeah, we have
I don't want to get to a point where I don't have a choice. I have to work to earn money. That's why I'll take your answer when you said, if I were to retire today, I'll definitely do that. But I know that I can't do that because the boys that I coach, they're going to say, no, this is not right. We want you and whatnot. I get that. But I don't mind getting to a point whereby we're going to carry on doing this, we're earning money, then consult with our coaching, consult with the boys that we're coaching and whatnot. Maybe over a phone call, what's happening, fix 1, 2, and 3, send me a video, because we love what we do. I'm not coaching because it's work. I'm coaching because I love cricket. I love what I'm doing. The money, yes, is coming as an incentive, but I don't want to live off it I don't have a choice. I have to.
You don't want to have to need it.
Yes.
Don't you think it would be really cool though? I mean, both of us enjoy the coaching. It's a huge passion, but I think it is time based on our physical ability to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be nice to be able to say, we've retired from working because we're earning money doing something we love.
Yeah.
And all the kids we're currently coaching, be able to tell them, listen, I'm going to continue coaching.
Yes.
And I don't want you to pay me
Yes.
a cent. I want you to be able to
Yeah.
pay it forward.
Yeah.
So whatever, let's say the charge was 1,000 Rand for that month.
You're like, not.
Please donate it to this fund
Yeah.
or donate it
Yeah.
to that fund
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
go buy yourself something new or whatever it is.
Definitely.
That would be awesome.
I've coached so many kids where parents lose their jobs and they can't afford for the next 5-6 months when dad or mom is still finding a job, and I never at any point felt like, no man, this is strafing me or this is killing me or whatever, because we love what we do. So if I was getting some money somewhere, I'd be like, no, just bring me a Coke or a Red
Yeah.
Bull or whatever,
Yeah.
then let's work.
Yeah.
And I'll still be working with the same intensity as I
100%.
do for the one that's paying me. So
Yeah,
I love
100%.
that. I love that. I love that. Ruth, this has been amazing. As always, why am I saying this has been amazing as if others haven't been amazing?
That's a different thing.
It was a different one. So well done, Tats, for coming up with such a brilliant idea. Whee!
It gave you anxiety.
Yo, it was,
and
it
also
was,
made you smile.
yeah, it was, like you said, it's amazing to reflect. And it gave me that, because I've got so much to be thankful for.
Yeah.
I've got so much to be grateful for. Yes, things may not have happened the way that I had planned, but the fact is there's so much to be grateful for. So what has been your highlight?
I think just where we are now and where we're going, and we talk about money, and a lot of that obviously dictates to people that are living paycheck to paycheck. But I think the reality is where we are mentally, we are so fortunate to be there. And I think the prospect of something greater than just one person can do, the hope that it has created in me, and this becoming successful and us growing it and making it something bigger than anyone could have imagined, I think that's given me a lot of hope, and that's motivating me, and I think that's a highlight and a goal all in one.
Yeah. A big thank you to Leo Roger. He sent me a very heartwarming message. He says, by the way, Coach, I just finished watching your episode with Rudy. It was amazing. So thanks, Leo, for watching. I think having such comments from men, that to me is like, wow, we're actually doing something.
Yeah.
You know, when I put on the thumbnail men's mental health, at some point I thought that was never going to happen. And to be in a position where even men themselves are starting to watch. Yes, a lot of them are watching from the back.
That's fine.
They don't want to show themselves, but they're still watching. That to me is like we're doing something great there.
And I think we also it's to reach out to everyone is there's means and ways to contact us. Is if you want to share your story about where you're going and what you're doing and a struggle you've gone through, or just if you just need to tell your story. I know for a lot of people, just getting it out there helps. So if you need to get your story out there, you want to be heard, you want to give some advice, you want to get some advice, you want to come and sit with us and have a chat, more than welcome to. So
Yeah.
you just let us know.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
We're going to Romania. And like you say, there's always that person in the family.
anything that this video needs to be called is authentic. This is really authentic. I'm sorry for my co-host here. I really apologize. What happened today, I don't know. He's on a different level.
Anyway, I'm so grateful for you, but really, really grateful for the stuff that we've been working on. And going into 2024, I think, like you said, what was the highs? I knew that I was going to be consistent. But going into 2024, I want us to challenge ourselves to be more out there, take responsibility, take accountability, and be aggressive with what we're trying to achieve. Because it's one thing for us to say we want to have 50,000 subscribers, but in actual fact, are we really ready for 50,000 subscribers? It's just like saying you're praying to God that, Lord, give me 1 million. But if your mindset is worth 1,000 rand, that million is just going to be blown.
100%.
So going into 2024, my personal goal is to make sure that we are aggressive with what we want to achieve. And we are going to, because
We need to be proactive.
no doubt,
Yeah, we need to be
we
proactive.
are going to achieve it. So
Yeah.
I want us to be more aggressive. What's your overall, what do you want to see in 2024?
I'd like to, we spoke about personally, I'd love to see my daughter happy at school again. It's sitting on me a bit. So I'd love to see her happy. I think that'll make myself and my wife a lot happier. So in my personal life, in my small sort of circle, I think that'll make me extremely happy to see a little happy child again. And then the bigger goal, I'd like to see us being able to start looking at bigger studios and famous guests and being able to contend with the big dogs in the podcast world.
Yeah.
I'd like to be in the top 10 podcasts that are in South Africa alone, at least.
Yeah. Without a doubt, we're going there, bro.
Yeah, so
We're
that's the goal for
definitely going
2024.
there. We're going there. Close it off, bro. You know.
Okay, so end of this week. I think I'd just like to thank everybody that's watching. Please like and subscribe. Enjoy the festive season. I think we're going to do 1 or 2 more
We
videos.
still two, I think. Yeah.
1 or 2 more videos before end of year. So as you go into the festive season, it is what we call at school silly season. So be understanding of the people around you. Forgive. Say thank you. Understand that everyone's just as tired as you are. So go into it with a fresh mindset. We're nearly there. It's nearly time to be with family, and just enjoy the time that we have. Be grateful for the time that we are here, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. And for the guys that are going to Romania, we'll see you next week. For the guys that are going on vacation, live long and prosper. Cheers.
Writing the podcast Being Men as I learn to be a man. Understanding the time, lessons and patience inquired to be a 10. A series of compass insights of the journey for a different turn. Being men, where rivers of the mind flow to give a damn. A movement with river flows, so I be a bailer I can. All stones are turned, all souls affirmed. Right at the podcast Being Men. All stones are turned, all souls affirmed. Welcome to Being Men.